Uh, my name is Rowan Tinker, and I'm just gonna yap, basically. That's what this is. So today's episode, oh god, today's episode is gonna be about the future, and I hate myself. No, no. Basically, um, I okay. Let me give some background for what I wanted to be for a really long time. So when I was growing up, I was like 6, 7. I looked at my mom and my dad, and I was like, I'm gonna be the president of the United States. I'm gonna be the first female president of the United States. I am not going to be the first female president of the United States. But I am gonna be an actor. Gaia. Anyway, well, I wanted to be an actor for like a while, but I didn't think it was like capable. Like I didn't. Ugh. I didn't think it was reliable as a job, I guess. So I just didn't like trust myself going into it. And then this past year, I started going to the governor's school. I realized that like you could be an artist and make a living off of it and like not be struggling constantly. Um, yes, you will struggle at some points. That is not what I'm saying. But like it is not every artist is starving. If you are open to what you may become as an artist, then I believe that you can really like make yourself financially stable in it. Not rich or anything, but livable and living well and comfortably. You know? That's my thing. And so that's when I decided to pursue acting, and now I've gotten really into the idea of directing, and I'm looking at a lot of these directing programs, but it's very scary because most of these programs accept 2 to 4 people a year, and I have to convince them that I should be one of those 2 to 4, and that's really scary. Like, do I even deserve something like that? Yes, 100%. That's what I try to remind myself. Like, if I put in the effort, which I am, and continue to put in the effort, like, then I deserve what may or may not happen. But I also need to accept, like, there's a chance that that's not what's gonna happen. Like, I don't get into these programs. That's also not the end of the world, like, you can continue to be an artist without, this big awesome school. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. I think, yeah, yeah, that's just a fact. Um, but yeah. There we go. Um, but yes, that's how I feel about my future right now. Um, it's up in the air. We'll see what happens, essentially. at the end of the day. Like that's all that I can do. No, it's okay. But I am working really hard. And that's what matters. The film that I made, like I worked really hard on that film. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of myself for what came out of that film and the confidence that it gave me to continue to make films. And something I'm actively working on right now. I'm right now I'm working on one that will be done with my entire class. I have two people in my class directing it. That I like I asked them privately and I was like, hey, like, would you want to do this? And they both said yes. They were the only people that had shown any interest throughout the year about directing like loudly. And so that is why I chose them. And then I am making the script to be able to fit in every single person in my class. I think that's important to me this year. One, that everybody is involved, but it's very important to the story as well. Um, to have all of these different things. I'm really excited about it. I mean, I can't say a lot because it's still in the beginning stages of being made, like being written. But maybe next episode I will dive in a little bit more. But I don't know. I really like what I get to create at the school and like hopefully wherever I go next, whether that be big directing school or whatever. I I just want to keep creating. I always want to make something. That's my biggest thing. I love being an artist. I think it's beautiful. And I love my artist friends. They're awesome. I love my friends. I have really good friends right now. And I've never had that before. And so it's it's really nice being in a space where like I feel it's very nice being in a space where I feel supported. And it's not all the time. Obviously, sometimes I feel like shit. And I feel like shit a lot of the time, actually. But I have people around me that make me feel a little bit less like shit. That will go out and go get me an ice cream or go with me to get ice cream or whatever it may be. And I really, that is what I needed. That is what I want to keep in my future. Like in my past, when I think about it, like that is the biggest thing I lack is my friendships and the people that I needed to be close to. My boyfriend is also like one of my favorite people in the world. I love him so fucking much. I want him in my future more than anything in the world. I think he's great. I think he's great. I think he's just awesome. Um, he's really supportive. In my future, I guess that's a big thing. My gender identity has my gender identity has become to play a really big role in my future. I think this really big desire to start moving towards directing rather than acting. I want to present really badly. It's a really big thing to me. Um, And like I am, like I feel comfortable, a lot more comfortable than I did. But it could be, yeah. I want my hair gone so bad. Chop that hoe. No, but really, chop that cut. I just feel like it would be great, and then I would feel so much better. Because I think my hair makes me really dysphoric, I guess. I don't know. I want to be a guy. I think. I definitely think I do. But gender is weird. Gender's so weird. Uh, but my point in this was to actually say that my boyfriend has been really supportive about my gender change. It's been really nice. Um, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable, like looking at the future, because I see him in it, and he looks the same, and I look a little different, but he looks the same, like similar. Like it's still him, and it's still me. I think it's just really scary to think about, like basically being a different person. Like I want that. Like I don't like I'd look so different, and I want that, but change is really scary. That's why the future is scary, because the future, no matter what you want, like no matter what, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a little bit different in some kind of way. Not in a bad way all the time. Change isn't always bad. Change is a lot of time is pretty good, or it's like, okay, that happened. Like nothing dire. But for some reason, I just every time any change, big change, small change, whatever happens, like it takes me a lot more time to process it. So, yeah. Um, I guess I'm scared. I'm scared, and that's okay. I'm scared about the future. I think everybody kind of is. I think everybody kind of is. I think we pretend like we're not, and it's annoying. It's annoying that we're pretending like we're not, because at the end of the day, there is so much going on in the world, and if we would just be a little more vulnerable, be a little more honest, maybe we'd feel a lot better about what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. I think vulnerability really helps people. That's why I'm making this. So I can be vulnerable with you. Vulnerability is scary though. It's really scary. But it feels good. It feels good to connect with someone. Doesn't it feel good to connect with someone? I think it feels good to connect with someone. Like, am I talking to a camera right now? Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. But at some point, this is gonna be posted, and maybe someone's gonna watch it. Maybe someone's gonna watch it, okay? And if they do, that's fucking great. That's great. That's perf. And then I'm talking in that. And so then it's not awkward. And even if nobody watches it, I feel a lot closer with myself. You should build a relationship with yourself. Like, you can't expect to be an adult who doesn't even know what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? More than that though, like, what do you believe in? What do you stand for? And would you put yourself on the line for your beliefs? What are your morals? Like, I feel like a lot of people never sit down with themselves and decide those things, and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It does. It does matter. It forms you as a fucking person. It matters so much. So fucking much. So just talk to someone. You know, that's all I'm saying. Next question. Okay, my next talking point is gonna be about the past, present, future, you know. Um, I'm just talking about my biggest regret. And I mean I'm 17. So my biggest regret ain't gonna be kind of, something crazy probably, but to other people. But I mean I've been through a lot, but I think a regret is something that's really hard for me because it's something I work against every day in therapy. Like I hold a lot of regret. But I hold myself accountable for all of that. Like the regret is like I needed to have done better. And it's like situations I can have done that on. But I do think the biggest thing that I like wish that I had really worked better on, like something I regret, I guess, is the time that I spent like right after I got out of my abusive relationship. I isolated myself. I was doing a lot of substances, a lot, like nothing crazy. I was just doing, teenage stuff, but like it wasn't healthy and it was not helping me correctly. It wasn't, it wasn't healing me, it wasn't giving me anything. I think it actually pushed me back a lot, gave me a lot of distraction, and then I left. That was even more fucking distraction. But my school, you go back every 4 days, or every 4 day, 4 days each month. You go back for 4 days, 4 to 5 days. So I'm going back here, and I feel like shit. Like I'm wanting to die every fucking day, and there's nothing I can do about it. If I had taken the time to acknowledge what had happened to me, like before I left, acknowledge the space I was in, like where I was at, what this place was to me, really, like not related to him, things could have gone a lot different. And like I regret that because it affected my friendships here mainly. I lost a lot of people because I stopped talking to them because this place was him, and so like everybody in it was connected to him. Didn't like talking to them, and it ruined a lot of my relationships here. Like I still don't have a lot of friends in my hometown, and that's okay. But like it's sad for me because I want those people back in my life, but I lost the privilege of being in their life. And I think it's a nuisance to enter myself back in their life when I know that I won't upkeep that friendship outside of the summer. Not well, you know? So that's my take. That's my take. On my past, I guess. I have definitely grown from that though. And I have talked to a couple of those people. Not a lot of them. Because like I said, I don't feel like I have the right to enter back into their lives when I'm not gonna truly upkeep this relationship. But I have reached out to two or three people that like were really close to me and that like I really, really regretted losing touch with. And we've connected a lot more. And I've also explained that like our relationship will loosen when I'm not here, and that's not because of like my love for you and our friendship is lessening. It is simply because I have a million badillion things to do, and my brain is thinking about everything. But that text I got on my phone 2 days ago. You know? And it is what it is. And that's just how it be. That's just how it be sometimes. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the present. I'm actually doing pretty good right now. I need to lock in. Lock in on my writing. I should probably be doing that now and not filming this, but it's okay. So I need to do that, and I need to memorize my monologues, and I need to do all these other things. But I will get them done. Don't even worry. I'm definitely stressed about senior year. I go back in 2 weeks. It's a Monday. So this week and then the next week and then I go back on that Sunday. So under 2 weeks, but 2 weeks. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. By the way. By the way, did you hear that? I said I'm afraid. Do you guys want a packing series and maybe probably not a move-in vlog because my has to stay because I'm moving in the day early. And I just feel awkward coming in front of my parents. I'm sorry, guys. But I will give you a tour after it's done. Once my roommate like gets all their stuff in there. I got you guys. It's gonna be so cute, and you're gonna see it on all the videos, and we'll record these in there too. But yes, present is good. Present is going great, actually. I just have to lock in and make sure I'm doing my work, which I think I am. Like I feel confident in what I've been doing so far. So yeah. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. This conversation was not as long as I wanted it to be. But thank you for watching the first episode of The Yap. I hope you come back for the next one. If you don't, okay, if you guys don't fuck with like the computer camera, I feel like this eats for this setting. But if it doesn't eat, let me know and we will switch it up. And next time I won't look like this. Okay? I love you guys.